Life doesn't care about your recovery schedule. I've seen this happen over and over again with my clients. They're doing the work, they're finally starting to feel better, and then life hits. They miss a few sessions, work starts to pile up, their kids get sick, and then they get on a coaching call with me and they ask me, I'm in pain again, am I back to square one? And I tell them the exact same thing every time. No, you're not. So this is video 11 in my 12-step series of breaking free from chronic back pain. So step 11 is all about refining your recovery plan when life happens. Okay, so the first big point here is that setbacks are a feature, they're not a bug. And that literally is the most important thing I want you to understand, is setbacks are part of the recovery process. Now, if you're expecting perfect progression, a linear progression, A, B, C, D, you're setting yourself up for failure and likely a big flare-up. So what matters isn't if life throws you off your routine, it's truly just how you respond to that. So one of the things I tell my clients all the time is just to start again. Because a missed session, that's not a failure. That's a chance to learn. What tripped you up? Why'd you stop? And improve on your routines for the future. So if you had a flare up after a stressful week, or your kids got sick and your workouts got bumped, or if you went on vacation and forgot to do your movements. So when that happened, you need to stop. You need to look at what happened. What stopped you from doing the things that were working before? And then ask yourself, what can I change so this doesn't derail me next time? What lessons did I learn so that I don't fall back into this cycle? That's how you take ownership of this entire situation. That's how you control back pain instead of back pain controlling you. So the second point here is when things get crazy, you need to adjust your plan. Do not abandon it. When life gets chaotic, what most people do is they just push through blindly, or they just stop doing everything altogether. And neither of those actually work. So what works then? Well, simply adjusting the dial. So maybe normally you have 20 minutes to train in the morning, but something happens and you don't have as much time. Hey, you can do a microdose workout instead. Maybe after work, you've committed yourself to doing a 30-minute walk, but today your back's a little bit flared up. Well, hey, you can go for a 10-minute walk instead. Or maybe you're feeling stiff, overwhelmed, anxious. Well, that's your nervous system talking. So instead of just skipping your workout session and doing nothing altogether, you can focus on calming your nervous system. You can do some breath work. You can do some 90-90 breathing. Simply just reset your nervous system and start again. And this is exactly what I teach my clients. Hey, it's what I practice as well. It's not about following a rigid checklist or following the program exactly as it is. It's about listening to your body. It's about respecting your body. We treat it like a living, breathing process, one that changes, one that adapts with your life and your current situation. So if your schedule shifts, then your plan should shift as well. And if your body's signals change, then your strategy should also change and adapt. And that's not failure. That's simply just being smart. And this is how you achieve long-term success with chronic back pain. This is how you overcome chronic back pain. Okay, and the last point here is to keep refining. This is a lifestyle. It's not a sprint, and it sure isn't a quick fix. Recovery doesn't end when the pain fades away. That's just the beginning of your journey, because now it's your job to keep refining and adapting the habits that got you to this point, so you don't slip backwards and have a flare-up months or years down the road. And that's the principle that I teach my clients all the time. And that's simply just to respect where your body's at. That day, that week, that specific exercise, it doesn't matter. Just listen to your body and respect where it's at. You're not competing with your past self, your future goals, or with anyone else. You're simply here to build step by step and rep by rep. And if you want long-term freedom, you simply have to commit and play the long game. So don't think from a vertical standpoint about trying to climb your way out of pain as fast as possible. So think horizontally. That way you can build a strong foundation, not only for now, but for yourself in the future. Okay, so here's how you can start to do that right now. So reflect weekly. What worked and maybe what didn't work. Keep scheduling and committing to movement, even if it's just 10 minutes per day. Keep experimenting, and then stay curious about your body, not judgmental. It's about building a lifestyle where movement, strength, and listening to your body are just part of who you are. Okay, so let's bring this all together. Setbacks are not failures, they're feedback. You need to learn from them and keep moving forward. When life shifts, you need to adjust your plan. Don't abandon it. Flexibility is your superpower in recovery. And finally, most importantly, Always respect where your body's at right now, in the moment. Simply put, you need to play the long game because recovery is not a sprint, it's a lifestyle. Now in the next and final video of this series, we're gonna talk about the last step in your journey, and that's how to live a pain-free, empowered life. This video is part of my 12-step series to break free from chronic back pain. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos. So if you like everything you've heard and you're wondering how to get started, below in the description, you'll see my free back pain solution, which will get you started on your journey. So go grab that right now. And if you're thinking that maybe you might want to work with me one-on-one, you'll also see a link below on how you can do that. All right, I'm out. See you in the next video.